Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Fallout Shelter Survival. How y'all doing out there? We're doing okay here. We got some things to do. One of them being is we got to still continue all these quests from the Overseer's office to complete 14 of them for whatevers. Sell some stuff and kill 4 raiders at the door. We didn't get to that one last week because we were out doing knife stuff. But we're going to go out here and do Pet Peeve as part of the Bottle and Cappy quests. And hopefully, get through this really quickly. And, of course, we've got that bullshit again. Never mind. Hold on. There we are. Search the Robco building for any sign of Bottle and Cappy. Cappy and Bottle and Cappy. Speaking of caps, I had to go out my driveway today. And here, what a wonderful winter we're having this spring, by the way. Any thoughts? Yes. It's freaking cold outside and snowy, and it's almost the middle of April. Pains in the asses. But anyways, what's going on is you might have heard me talk about previously about them doing work in my driveway to replace the sewage line for the borough that I live in. And they come back and say, hey, by the way, you've got a break in your pipe, and your pipe isn't the right kind, and you need to get that all fixed. And I'm like, hey, guess what? I don't have a job, and I can't afford to get all that stuff done. They're like, hey, we don't care. That's your responsibility. I said, hey, it's a fine, but I don't have that money. And they said, hey, well, if you don't get it fixed, we can fine you. I said, hey, go ahead, because I don't have money for that either. So you're not going to get your money one way or the other. So bite me. And it kind of got a little, contemptuous at that point. And then I got letters upon letters saying, you need to do this or we're going to fine you. And I'm like, dude, I told you I didn't have a job, and I told you if anything changed, I would let you know. And you're telling me that I didn't give you any kind of indication of anything changing. That's because nothing changed. So they're like, well, giving me shit about it. And I'm like, all right, fine. I got to get it done. So I was able to get somebody to come out and look at the driveway and get me, they're going to work up an estimate. But, the horrible thing about it is, oh my gosh, we got a glowing red roach. The problem is that the driveway is gravel, which it's a problem because I have stray cats in the neighborhood that use it as a litter box. That's problem number one. Problem number two is that, well, I don't have a job to pay for this, but I have that line of credit that I got for the house a while back, but I got to pay back that line of credit, and when you don't have a job and those payments are, still happening, it's kind of a pain in the butt. But, I'm going to have to do it just because. And I'd like to get the driveway paved. Oh, this could be bad. I'd like to get the driveway paved because that way I can keep the cats from using it as a litter box, one, and two, I can keep the, water from flowing into my garage because I'd like to get a trough put in, like a French drain put in right in front of the door to prevent that from happening. You might want to turn around. This is the right way. Yeah, but we want to check everything because there's stuff everywhere. You never know. Like that. And the third thing is that because it's not already paved, it's going to be easier to dig that up and work with than it is if you had to bust up the concrete. But the other problem is that I talked to the guy today who's going to do my driveway, and he's like, well, I got to call the borough and get some information from them. And then he called me back. He said, hey, we got a problem. I was like, oh, I don't want to hear that. He's like, we need to have them come up, and they said call them, and they will have somebody come up and scope out, cam the drain from the cap out in the driveway to find out where the breakage is. He says, I thought he said that the break was at where the underneath. For those of you uninitiated in home ownership, this house that I live in was built in the 1960s, and they used terracotta, like the pots, for your flowers out in your yard, the pots, that terracotta. They use it also to make roofs, Spanish, tile roofs. Terracotta piping. Oh my God, the good thing is these things are leveled to you. They're scaled, so you're not so horrible. But if you send somebody out with a bunch of other people that are really good, and you don't have a third person, he could suffer greatly. But anyways, what I was saying is that the pipes that they used back in the day were terracotta, which they looked like they had a bell end on them, which meant that they were skinny at one point and then they kind of like flared out at the bottom. That's how they sat together. Ancient civilizations used the same type of. Oh my God, there was no way I was going to get a good one on that one. Ancient civilizations used that as sort of like a way of connecting pipes together to make, for irrigation and stuff like that. And then we used it in home building, home construction. And the problem is that they sit together. Holy shnikes! Whoa, boy. Um, I did not. Oh, wow. He did not serve. He did not do well at all. He kind of was a shitty. Well, that's great. That's awesome. Um, there's breaks everywhere. All the pipes fit together. There's a break, and when you have trees in your yard like I do, uh-oh. First the raiders killed my rat scorpion pets. Now you've killed Glowy. I'm sorry, but Glowy was going to kill us. Are you people coming here to just torment me? No. We're just trying to find Bottle and Cappy. I apologize. I'm just trying to find Bottle and Cappy. Me and my friends here, that is. I forgive you. The raiders took your friends to the Nuka-Cola factory. Okay. And that ends that quest, but we're not done just yet. We still have another floor. And I have more story to tell you. So the trees in my yard, the roots want to get fed. They want water. And what's better feeding is poopy water, which is coming out of your house, basically, through those pipes. So they seek out that water, and they get in between those terracotta joints where the bell end is, and they soak up all that water, and they obstruct your pipes, and then you back up, into your house. And I've had to have people come out and take care of that. So, but the problem is that they also can break because they're just they're basically clay, So I have to replace all that. And when the people who owned this house before me replaced the piping, they replaced just to the edge of the garage where the terracotta ended, or where the terracotta came out underneath the slab because they didn't want to have to dig up the garage. So they replaced some of it. Now, if the break is behind that, underneath the slab of my garage, I'm going to have to dig that up, and that's a pain in my butt, and that adds more money to the estimate. So luckily, I found out that their laziness extended beyond, stupidity to some stuff and actually helped me out because they didn't do the entire driveway. They just did probably where a section was already broke, and they just went back to where they had to and probably just went with whatever standard length of pipe. And the break between the terracotta and where the PVC pipe meets is like 4 foot in front of the garage door into the driveway. So it's like, yes. So he can replace all the way back to the garage door where I'm going to put this trough in and then put like a clean out cap at. And that'll take care of that. So kind of like save me a little bit of money, but it's still going to be expensive. No two ways about that. It's going to be expensive for him to do all this work, but still it would have put in the difference between probably, another $2,000 to $3,000 on top of the estimate just for him to have to dig up the slab. And that would have meant I would have had a crappy looking garage because, whatever. And it was more moving of crap and all that other stuff. So, save me some trouble there. So hopefully he gets back to me here real soon and we get this done. Hopefully the weather gets better so that he doesn't have to do all this in the snow and stuff like that. So, all right, we did all that. We searched for Robco building for Bottle and Cappy. We didn't find them. We have to go somewhere else, of course. But we can go back to the vault now. And we got a rusty flamer, which is good. And we got some caps, which is good. But we got some other things we can sell as well, so that's great. Up, and there we are. They're coming back. Look, we got some outfits to sell, some good stuff, some stuff we don't give a shit about. We can sell that. That'll be great. And they'll be back. How long are they going to be back? An hour. Well, it's only Monday. I have time to do this. Okay. So here's what else we got going on right now. Miss, was it Tracy? Who is this? Is this Sue? Kathy Turner. I was way off. Samsonite. She's got one thing left to do, and that's go to the pool room and the card room or whatever, the arcade. These guys here, they're taking up all the spaces, so I can't really do anything with her. So she's gonna have to kind of hang out. Some other people here are almost done though. He's almost done. He's only got 18 hours left to do? No, 15 hours left to do. That's awesome. Actually, nah, I'm gonna let him do his thing because nobody else can go in there and there's no backup there. But we can get him shoved out into one of these other rooms and then we'll be in good shape. How much do they bring him back? They're bringing back 27, which is fine. And how much of that do we got? We got 13, so yeah. I can't really do that without... Oh, boy! You'll take care of that while we continue talking. Anyways, what we're going to do when they get back is send them out on the next quest for Bottle and Cappy, and then that kind of goes towards our complete 14 quest from the Overseer's office, which that will give us 5, and then we have another 9 to do. And then hopefully we can get rid of this raider thing. And, I'm only doing this because it's time. It's time to start getting there. Now, we did pretty good with the rad scorpions and the glowing rad scorpion. I was kind of impressed. But again, with the quests, they level and scale the monsters or the enemies in the quest to meet you. So yeah, there could be a level of difficulty associated because of the quest, but the level of difficulty is in direct proportion to you as how well your dwellers are. So it's kind of like, yeah, you got to have the right kind of equipment, but it's not gonna be basically because of your thing. But again, if you send a crappy person out there with 2 really high level, it's kind of like it takes the aggregate of those 3 and gives you. So it could. You could have problems with that. So, all right, well, look at us now. We've got 739,000 caps. We are going to hit 999,000 caps by May, I'm guessing, the way this is moving. I took kind of a break because I've got a show going on. We're in the off week. We had shows Friday, Saturday, Sunday. My voice is horrible because of this right now. We did really great, by the way. Thank you very much. Thanks for asking. I know you didn't, but I'm going to tell you anyways. But we have another show block on Friday, Saturday, Sunday of this week coming up. And like this, I needed the time. I just needed to recuperate from that. So much emotion and screaming and yelling going on during that show that I was just like, oh my God, I need to sleep. I need to sleep and not have to think about things in the show like and the funny thing is Megan came over last night after the show and we watched The Big Sick, which is the movie about Kumail Nanjiani, if you know who that is. Oh, here we go. Excellent. We get this out of the way. Alrighty. Yeah, get you guys up there. Hopefully, you got a pretty decent gun. You got a pretty decent gun. Is there a best? Can we give you a better gun? That's the thing. Missile launcher. We'll give you that. How about that? Because the quest is the objective is kill him at the door. We have to kill him at the door, and we're probably gonna lose. Hopefully we can kill them at the door. Well, we kill one of them. That's great. That's good. Mr. Handy's not doing too good. Mr. Handy's doing slightly horrible. Yep, he went down, but we can fix him, and that keeps. Come on, just get the last guy. There's 4. Come on, there's 4. That's everybody. We got him. And you need to get over there and help out, but we got him. Just he'll die. So Kamal Nanjiani. I don't want to say his name wrong, but that's who that is. He is the guy from. If you ever seen, if you're old enough to watch Silicon Valley and you have HBO, he's in Silicon Valley. He's that's a great show. I love that show. And Emily Gordon, who plays his wife, which is funny. He plays himself. And Emily Gordon is his wife, but it's played by Zoe Kazan, I think her name is, in the movie. And if you don't know the story, it's how they met, how they got married. It's a true story based on based on the actual events. He's Pakistani and she's North Carolina waspy whatever Catholic idea, and they start dating. He's a stand-up comedian, and she's studying to be a therapist for a master's. And they start dating. Meanwhile, his family, being Pakistani, is trying to get him married. The whole arranged marriage thing, which they call marriage over there. And he has to keep going through these dinners with these potential suitors. And meanwhile, he's an Uber driver in his spare time, and keeps picking her up and dating her. And she finds out basically that he's got this whole thing, this arranged marriage deal going on, and it puts a rift in their relationship, and he kind of they split up, and then she ends up in the hospital with some kind of an infection, and he has to it's not real. I don't want to give too much away, but basically she has to be put into a medically induced coma in order for them to fight off the infection and try to treat it. And then her parents show up, and it's like there's that cultural divide because one, he was kind of an asshole because he didn't tell her about the people. The girls that his mom was trying to get him to marry, and they didn't, they were kind of an asshole to him because, it's like he's just trying to be cool about this thing and help him out. And, there's Holly Hunter plays her mother and Ray Romano plays her father. It's a really, really good movie. Sad, you cry your eyes out in some space, even though you know how it ends, because you know how it ends because they were both at the Oscars because they were nominated for an award for the writing on it, and it was a really, really good movie. I highly suggest. There's a lot of swearing in it, but hey, dude, whatever. But it was a really, really good movie. I really highly recommend watching it. It's pretty long. It's over 2 hours long, and it will really tug at your heart a little bit. But hats off to them. Excellent movie. Really enjoyed it. But then again, after the weekend I had with the show, it was kind of like, oh, I need some happiness. I need a puppy. I need some chocolate. Give me something to make me feel better. So, but we'll come on back when they come on back, and we'll send them back out, and we'll do another thing. And we're gonna do this first, of course. You're gonna get up there, and you're gonna get up there. We already. Oh wait, we don't have to check what was the replacement thing. Oh, we can claim that, and now what are we gonna do? Have 15 dance. Well, we'll do it. I'll do it offline or something like that, because that just involves me having them dance and come back in, and we're not gonna actually have them have any babies, because we don't want that right yet. We're not ready for that just yet. But look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 raiders at the door nowadays. That's a bit insane, isn't it? Wow. Up and yep. They're not quite enough for the 5. Sell it, because we have to sell them. Alrighty. Okay. Yay, good for you. Alright, we're going to come back when they come back, and we will send them back out, and then we will do the next quest and be on it. So that, the train keeps on rolling here at the Angercast, and we'll be back in a while. Okie dokie, and we're back. Hey, what's up? We don't care about these things. Oh, we might care about that one. Alright. Oof. And we got that, and we've completed 5 quests from the Overseer's office. Oop, there we are. Alrighty, it's the last quest for a Nuka-Cola bottle factory. They're going to be level 16 and plus 6. Oh boy, it could be rough. It could be a rough one. But we will, Scott Lee, he's 35. Star Paladin Cross is course 50, and so is Elder Line's 38. So, they're going to be fine. They're going to be just fine. All right. Go be fine somewhere else. And the room is on fire! And it will spread. Haha! That was kind of smart how I did that. Alrighty. I don't know if I can check and see how long it's going to take for this. Could be a while. Ah, yes, 15. While you're doing that, let's see who's got the worst gun in the world. You've got a flamer. Let's see who's got the worst gun in the world. Equipped. Stats. Go to you, and then give you Mr. Good Gun. There you go. There you go. There you go. And you're fine. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. You're okay. And then we sell the shit because we don't care. Oh my, we only got 2 left to do. Holy crap. Seriously? Seriously, we just get it out of the way. Alright, well, they'll bring back more if we need it. Alright, what do we got next? Send $16 to the Wasteland for... I think we're gonna end up having 50 lunchboxes to open up when we finally do an open up a lunchbox. Holy crap, dude, that'd be awesome. But I'm not gonna worry about that now. So I'll do that offline, and they're gonna be 5 hours. So this is still Monday, later on to Monday evening.
I will do that tomorrow morning and then bring them back, and then I'll probably be the only thing we're going to do because we talked a little bit. So there you go. Alrighty then. Okay. They're out there. Let's go do the refreshing rescue. There we are. Rescue Bottle and Cappy from the Raiders. The Oakland Raiders? Like John Madden? Oh, well, that's a reference from before your time. In fact, I think I probably made that exact same reference the last time I did this quest. Who knows? Alrighty. Get them, boys and girl. Anyway, so we talked last time, the last quest, I should say, yesterday, about me getting my driveway done and all that stuff and how that's going to actually all work out, which is, in a sense, it's going to, get finished one way or the other, and I'm going to have to pay out through the nose to get it done. I'm hoping that the estimate comes back on slightly on the favorable side for me, that, it's going to be good work, and I'm not too worried about that. The problem is that I don't have a job yet. And it's funny that, in my travels of either doing the show and people asking, oh, so what is it you do for a living? And in the t-shirt business and all that. It's like, oh, so what do you do, outside of that, outside of designing t-shirts and all that? And I'm like, I'm kind of in between careers, Now, currently I'm in the running for, and I've actually had, the great thing about this is I've actually had the sit-down interview face-to-face. That was last week. I don't know if I got to talk to you about it last week. It might have happened between filming, but I had a sit-down interview with a company close by, about 20 minutes away. So we got to go down, of course, for a business analyst position, and it would be great because it would be new technology to me, and they are looking for someone to work within the HR. They call it HRIS, HR Information Systems. Basically, all the applications that an HR department would use in order to manage their functions, like timesheets and payment, stuff like that. How they can use that to track things for billing, to other departments, and billing for resource time and all that other stuff. That's what they would be responsible for. And my job, if I were to get it, would be to go and talk to the people that are the main users of those applications, either in HR or in other departments that use it for the purposes of their own tracking and whatnot, and say, hey, I have a request to get this fixed or get this updated or something like that, and how can you help me? I would then sit down with them and write up all the requirements that they ask to have done. And then I would go back and formulate some kind of a plan for how it would be attacked, like either here's the amount of resources we're going to need, here's the amount of time we're probably going to need to do based off of the availability and the talent that we're working with, and then put forth this proposition for, here's your request, here's what will be done, here's how much time it's going to take, and here's what it's going to mean to us to support it and to you to help us validate it. And then, that would be, somebody else would do all the heavy lifting as far as the coding and whatnot, or configuration. And I may have to do some of that myself as I get more and more adept at using the systems, because that's what I did my previous job. I did kind of both. I actually knew how to use the systems first, and then worked on sitting down with clients and going through what they wanted to have done, and then would present that to my group to say, are we going to do this? Does this make sense to us? And then execute. So I have that kind of experience, and I've been doing that for 2 years. Well, up until last August, when I was let go because of budgetary reasons. But for here, it would be the same thing. Whoop! I didn't get a chance to get on there. I was picking up my coffee when that happened. It would be the same thing, but within a different area of a business and different types of technology, meaning HR applications versus. I sucked at that, but God knocked her down. HR applications versus IT applications specifically, but that's all IT related. So I'm not too worried about that. I think I can, and they don't really, the great thing about it is they're not looking for somebody who's ready right on day one to use the technology. They're looking for somebody that can learn the technology rather quickly and then become up to speed. So it's the soft skills more than the hard skills to be successful in this position, which is great because, if I excel at anything, it's being soft. and doughy and all that stuff. Oh my goodness. Way to go. Scott Lee, you're just climbing the ranks there. As hopefully I will be. But, that's where I'm at right now. And I don't know when they're going to make the decision. I don't know how many more other people I have in the running. But the fact that I got to that sit-down interview where I've actually had just mostly phone interviews with people and then not brought in, or they withdraw the position or whatever else, it's kind of refreshing. That guy was not hard at all to beat. You can tell from the speed of how well the reticle kind of bounces back and forth between, that mini game that they have there. So... how are we doing, guys? You lady and guys and girls, how you doing here? Oh, we're doing just fine. Just fine. So, that's where that's at. And if I can... uh-oh. Look at this douchebag. So you're the one trying to take what's rightfully mine. The only way you're getting Bottle and Cappy is going through me first. Okay. Shouldn't take much. You look kind of stupid. But, if I can get that... if I can get that position, and I'm not going to stop just because, this is what I'm going to do. I know I'm going to get it. Oh, you are almost dead, dude. Why did you put you up in front? Holy crap, dude. If I get this, I can slowly and surely build myself back up out of the hole I've made myself in. And that's part of the problem of being an adult. Having all of these plans for what you want to do with your life, and then having them fall apart spectacularly in a flaming cloud of fail, and having to figure a way to get out of it. It's just like oh, gosh, we're glad you showed up. These raiders are pretty scary. Hi, thank you for saving us. We'll visit your vault once in a while, bringing dwellers a little bit of nuke fun. I can't wait to see you soon. My God, my God, my God. Bye. We'll be back soon. You'll hate us after a while because we get annoying. But it'll also help us get to that 999,000 caps, which is kind of what I'm trying to do. I want to get up to that 999,000 caps. So I don't have to worry about things. And I know you're always going to have to worry about things in life, but being part of being an adult. But the idea being that I don't have to sit there and make a decision on whether or not I can have peanut butter and jelly for lunch and dinner, or if I can actually make something good for me. And that's part of the problem of being an adult, being able to take care of your responsibilities and also take care of you and anybody else around you, and finding that nice balance between where your priorities lie. And they're still waving at nothing. They're higher than a kite, I'm sure of it. Knowing where being able to, know where those priorities lie and not have to make, decisions between one of my kids, that kind of thing. So that's just kind of how that is. That's just kind of what life is like. And right now, Elder Lions, you're living the high life. Star Paladin Gross, you are too, and so are you, Scott, because we just did it. We just beat one of the quest lines, and we got Bottle and Cappy coming to the vault. Oh, I'm so thrilled. We'll bring them back. They'll be back in a while. Yes, quest rewards. Got theme recipe fragments and Bottle and Cappy. Look at the douche. Oh my God, that face. That was me, not the game. That was me. They're coming back. It's going to take them 2 hours to get back. I don't think I'm going to worry about sending them back out. We will send them back out next time because I think we have gone the gamut of taking up time. We've probably recorded a lot of, and I don't like to edit these as much as I do before. I went and sent everybody out to the wasteland that had to be sent out, and that hit me with I had to upgrade a room for 4 times, and then now I've got 12 baby dwellers, which I'm not going to worry about. I don't know if I'm going to worry about this one so much because I'm not going to, this one could feed into the other one, but we're not ready to do that just yet. Let's get, we've got, this room here is full of people who are, we got 5 out of 6, and then Star Paladin Cross will come in here as well, and that will make 6 of 6, and we'll put in Elder Lions goes back into this room. But we are slowly building up that level of people who are going to be strong enough and tough enough and advanced enough to take on anything that comes through the door. And then hopefully we can get the same thing here. But I don't want to fill these rooms up just yet. And I think that the funny thing is that if you've watched me play the other vault, I have a room right off of the vault door that has 6 50-level Dragon Mod, the best Mark 6 power armor on them. And I never have to worry about them. But being that it's survival mode, I don't want to put that many people in there because it's that many people. I have to toggle back and forth to try to save if they start going down, if a death claw comes in. So I think I might just keep it to 2 in the front and 4 in the back, or 2 and 3, something like that. And hopefully find that nice happy medium that I know that I can withstand all of it and I don't have to worry about it. Again, making those choices as an adult. That's how that works. So I think we're going to call it there. And you haven't told me that you don't want me doing the quests on camera, so I'm going to continue to do so. But for now, I want to thank y'all for helping out, watching the show and enjoying everything and liking the videos. And you are a part of this joyride that we have going on here. But thanks again for watching. Hey, you have a good night. And